Oh. Being involved to being active on the shoot, example of welcome back. To do. Oh, let's see what we're gonna do about this music. Yeah, what the hell? So how you guys doing out there? Ooh, hold on one second. Let me close the door. All right, all right, all right. Are you guys enjoying your Tariff Thursday? Where were you on this money-making Thursday? Let's turn myself that way. All right. Well, let me thank you guys for showing up. Brother Frank, Untamed Kango, my apps, what's up? Hey, if anybody has been trying to call me, just know I'm not ignoring you. I actually lost my phone in some equipment I was working on. Yeah. Let me know if that's happened to any of you guys, because that's happened to me before, and it happened to me this damn week. Ooh. Surprisingly, not all the stocks are doing what people would believe. Let's see what I got up here. We're almost done. Let's see how much more. Yeah, we're almost done with the training classes that are coming up, and that is it. I wanted to add more. Like I added this one. I wanted to add more to the list, but I ran out of time. Oh no! Hey, funny story. My father, he took me fishing when I was a little boy, and they rocked the boat, and we all went over. I almost wasn't here. What's this? All right. So yeah, I know how that goes, man. And my father, he did bitch about losing a watch. All right, well, let me share. Hold on. And then, hey, I don't know if you guys know, but we lost Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer is no longer on this earth. Icon app. Where the hell's my stuff? Oh, I think this is it. Yeah. Oh, good. I don't have to lose all my stuff. All right. TTI is still doing fine. Shake Shack is down by 12. Brinker is down by 12. Not bad. If you're looking at what they did for the last, let's see here, month, 3 months, and how they did 6 months. So this is definitely a buying opportunity. We're not covering that. This is Wendy's. Oh Lord, look at Wendy's. Let's see what Wendy's did over the last month. I'm gonna have to look into why people say Wendy's is going down. I don't understand why Wendy's has such a bad stock price. Berkshire Hathaway is only down by 1.5%, and that stock looks great. Sweet Greens. Now, Sweet Greens has a problem that has nothing to do. Well, I guess they're trying to base this off of avocados or whatnot. Partners Group. Oh, let's see here. QSR is up. So all in all, this is a pretty good buying opportunity. Hartford is only down by a little bit, and this is the worst stock. This is the worst trading day they've had in a couple of years, and most of my picks are unscathed. Now, this is a bad one. This is Denny's down by almost 10%. 10 points. Yeah, 10%. I'm not betting on Denny's making a turnaround. Dave and Buster's. And I don't know what the thinking is why Dave and Buster's is going so low. Jesus. Anybody know why Dave and Buster's has such bad numbers? In Texas Roadhouse, that's best in breed. That's definitely one to put your money into. Starbucks is down by 11. This is by far, I think Starbucks Starbucks and Shake Shack. Oh, no. Well, we're not counting Nike. We're not looking into that. Yeah, the rest of them, McDonald's is actually up. McDonald's is up. So go figure, my Gin Korean is down by quite a bit. Pepsi is up. Keurig Dr. Pepper is up. Procter and Gamble is up. So these are all things that people said are pretty well isolated from this situation, because they make everything locally and distribute this stuff locally. So they're not shipping things all around. We're not going into Samsung. Hoshizaki is the same. What the hell is BT Brands? I can't remember what the hell I've invested in BT Brands. All right, Home Depot and Lowe's took a little bit of a hit, but all in all, it's pretty steady, man. It's pretty steady. Pretty steady. You got a chance of 20 points on the upswing. And then my favorite, Illinois Toolworks, they've been going down. Let's see here. What do they look like over the next month? And Illinois Toolworks is taking a probably because of their Canadian and Mexico branches, stuff they got production over there. And then once again, here's Coke. Coke is up. Coke is up. Everybody is, see right here, everybody's taking refuge in Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. Yo, if they are manufactured in the U.S., stock prices will probably go up. Well, yes, and that's the shell game. That is the shell game. Got some ice machines to work on next week. Nice. If luxury spending goes down, hospitality stocks suffer. And that's the thing. The luxury brands aren't going down. And these are the wrong freaking glasses. These are the wrong glasses. McDonald's is up because people want comfort food after. Is it a comfort food though? Is it? I would veer towards Texas Roadhouse being comfort food versus McDonald's. And speaking of McDonald's, I got something to show you a little bit later on in the show. You guessed a quick decision to toss or replace an appliance will be given second thoughts, which that is what always gives us a boost, always gives us a lift. That's why if you are if you haven't diversified and all you do is appliances, you pretty much don't notice. You don't notice what other people are going through. Like my wife is completely, um, uh, my wife is completely blind to what's going on around her, oblivious to what other people are going through. She just basically brushed that off. She's looking to buy a damn luxury sports car. I mean, a luxury car. She has no idea on what's going on in the world. No clue what's going on in the world. The residential market is slowing around here because of the layoffs. Okay. Yeah, where I'm at, it's because I'm on the commercial side. It is I went by one of my dealers today, and I mean, I haven't seen them this busy in in quite a while. On the Just so you guys know, on the commercial side, this stuff is plotted out years in advance. So they actually scope out the location years in advance. When they scope out the location and they work out the plans for the facility, they then have to buy the equipment. So they will often buy the equipment 1 or 2 years before an actual location is open. That's one, because the builders and the architects need the actual equipment, but the second thing is the manufacturers also take like a year. If you're ordering something from CMA isn't like that, but if you're ordering something from Jackson, if you're ordering something from Hobart, it takes like a year. It takes a year for them to make this stuff. They don't have anything laying around, which is why you don't see scratch and dent commercial and stuff like that. Usually when something is scratch and dent and stuff like that, it is because it was shipping damage. It isn't just because um, they had equipment sitting around and then they wanted to offload it. This stuff is made to it's made really to order. It's made to order. And I know all you guys are older, but I'm gonna show this one right here real quick. Come on, man. Oh, I'm gonna drop this one and I'll bring it back later. Oh, hold on 1 second. All right, I'm gonna stop that screen and I'll share this other one. This is my guy, man. I don't know if y'all remember.
You're gonna give it to your daddy.
I don't know if you remember
What's he
him
gonna give you?
on the
A
ninth.
Christmas bonus. The guy I'm stealing this for will give me $1 million. If we go in partners, we split 50-50. That's $500,000 hard
Val
coins.
Kimner.
Think of the drugs you could buy with that much cake. You'll be discoing for a decade in Moscow, mate.
I don't need your small change. That's your first problem. Here is your second. Microchip. Please.
Bruh. This was supposed to be. This was Jason
Please.
Bourne before Jason.
Sorry.
Bourne.
Guns make me nervous.
Set me sideways.
I couldn't believe it. This is him in his prime. That was him in his prime. Dude, that is, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad he's out of his misery. I'm glad he's out of that pain. No, hey, I wanted the tombstone, but everybody knows the tombstone when he's flipping the cup and he's playing a role where he's got tuberculosis and everything. Yo, everybody knows that one, but you got to go way back for the Saint. Everybody knows Point Break, and all that other stuff. But was he in Point Break? But all the other stuff Val Kilmer was in, but people don't talk about the Saint and how the Saint was supposed to be. This was supposed to be his jumping off on like Jason Bourne. They were supposed to be, because the Saint is based on a bunch of books, and then they had a TV series in the UK back in the 60s. So he was supposed to really jump off back in the day, and it sad to say it just never did happen. He did, yes, he did. They did make him Batman. That's right. One of the lesser. I liked him as Batman. So Frank said, "Yep, you had to fix a true refrigerator that was all dented up." Now, refrigerators, it is a little harder to fix the sides and things like that. The door is easy to replace, but it's harder to fix the sides. When it comes to ranges, you could fix the sides. When it comes to ovens, when it comes to dishwashers, ovens, ranges, deep fryers, all that kind of stuff, you can fix sides, fronts, and all that. Refrigerators is still the only one that is. It's still difficult to fix those when they get bashed up. Even ice machines, you can fix them. All four sides, well, three of the sides come off. Oh, but yeah, I just want to bring up that Val Kilmer because it just, man, when I heard that, I was like, no. He was really unrecognizable too. Val Kilmer was unrecognizable in his the last 10 years of his life. So let me see what else I got here. Hold on one second. And hopefully you guys can see the stocks. All right, hold on one second. I don't think it's coming up. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, hold on one second. Ooh, that's not okay. So it seems to be stuck. Let me close that. But all in all, my stuff fared pretty well. Everything I looked at fared pretty well. Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, all the stuff I tell you guys to sign up. It's extremely difficult to get on with Coke, but it's easier to get on with Dr. Pepper. So no matter what happens, you'll always have work with Keurig Dr. Pepper. No matter what happens, yeah, Hoshizaki is doing fine. Procter & Gamble. Now, the thing with Procter & Gamble is, oh man, I wanted to bring that stuff up to you. Let me see if I can show you some other stuff. Let me share another window. All right, Procter & Gamble. I don't know if any of you guys are into chemicals like I am, but where the hell's the rest of my rebates? That's Canada. So I don't. There it is. There's the professional. So don't forget that if you are ordering your Procter & Gamble, because they are pushing. Never tried the CO. What do you mean you never? You mean you never tried Coke? You never tried the Coke? Is that what you're trying to say? So when you're ordering any of these items, don't forget that there are rebates. So no matter who your distributor is, so if you are selling pots and pan cleaner, if you're selling, especially for the dish machines and everything else like that, um, any one of the products for the restroom, because I know a couple of you guys are, facilities management. You don't speak up on here, but I hear you everywhere else. Um, don't forget that they do have this rebate, and I don't have the sheet loaded up. So when you are buying uh, industrial quantities and the industrial strength, which is a lot stronger than all the stuff has to be diluted, you get rebates back. They're giving you like $10 off your order, $20 off an order, stuff like that. And Untamed, what you mean by that? All right, now let me see here. Let me see if I got my pictures up. And yes, all right. So let me include some of this. All right, so let me drop that. You have never tried much of the commercial laundromats. Yeah, there's no work in commercial laundromats. Now there's a few people that have tried with some. Commercial laundromats are, first of all, that's what's in my video, is that they offer training to the owners of the laundromats. Where you make your money at is in pet care, the the veterinarian offices, Petco, all that kind of stuff. They all have commercial washers and dryers. Um, Sometimes they have contracts, sometimes they don't. You have veterinarian offices, and you have your pet surgical facilities. They all have to wash the towels and stuff like that. And they have to sanitize them. So they're using commercial washers and dryers. They're using all the usual suspects. They're using Speed Queen. They're using Wascomat, stuff like that, and it goes back and forth. Every now and then they use Unimac, but not that often. But you're better off with like I'm dealing with a lot of hotels and things like that, because the hotels have to have their sheets washed, they have to have their towels washed. All right, so you went to, okay, good. You went to one of the Dexter's classes, and Dexter is actually the best out of all the classes that are out there, which there aren't really that many. Dexter is the best one. But all of these classes, you need to speak up. You need to let them know who you are. Once you go on over to the people and let them know that you are a servicer and not an actual user, they will then direct you to people in the class, people that are blacklisted from Dexter, people that are blacklisted from Alliance. Um, they only want like the best of the best customers, and people that write checks, they won't accept them. People that pay cash, they won't accept them. And then people that are always complaining about the price, they won't accept them. So what they'll do is they'll push those people off to you. You're actually doing them a favor, because nobody else wants to service those people. Nobody else wants them. So you just have to let them know, who you are, and then make sure you get your local account set up. Yes, you get a better price when you order online. Damn. Yes, you get a better price when you order online, but you're gonna have times where you actually need items right then and there. Fill valves, uh, drain valves. Actually, most stuff you're actually gonna need it right then and there. So if you don't have any stock or anything like that, that's when you're going to go to your local supplier and grab grab what you need, and you just charge the customer accordingly. I mean, they have to have the equipment. It's not like residential where they go ahead and take the stuff to the laundromat when their home wash and dryer doesn't work. It don't work that way. They are the one that people bring their stuff to. So when they're working on Fido, that battery was charged. I'm sorry. When they're working on Fido, now they have to send an assistant, or they have to call for laundry service to take all those towels and sheets and things to get laundered. When it's not just a nail salon, but hair salon, they have to have that. They typically are going to have their own wash and dryer. Sometimes it's the smallest commercial, other times it's a residential wash and dryer. DC&F, what's happening? What's up?
How good of you to join us.
Hold on a second. Let me add this. And we will just go off of, because all my stuff's just synced up. All right, so DC&F, you're going to the True training soon, so we can get authorized with them. No, it doesn't work like that. It's everyone is authorized with True. True has no issue. Anyone can work on a True product. I don't understand where you guys are getting this from. Anyone can work on a True product. There's no such thing as a True authorized anything. All you need is for the item to be in warranty, and then you just submit the warranty claim and True will pay you. Well, you know what? Tell you what, I got a bridge. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. You guys have to understand what's really going on, because people like, they just sell you guys anything. So I got an island. I got beachfront property in Idaho. I sell it to you for $5. I sell you 5 acres of it. I mean, you guys would just believe any damn thing. It's crazy. Of course it's free. Of course everything I'm telling you guys is free. I'm telling you I'm not saying don't go to the training class. I'm saying anyone can do service on True. Anyone can do service on True anything. They don't have any kind of restrictions. They don't have any of that. You must be careful with some of this stuff. Like the story I like to tell about True. The story I like to tell about True is, God dog it. I only brought in one freaking battery. The story I like to tell about True is this. True put me on their list. Almost 10 years ago, when I first moved to Texas, I thought True was putting me on the list for their high-end residential. They put me on the list for their commercial stuff, and they were sending me calls, but they were shit calls. They were all the worst calls. They were people that every single call they sent me was not a real call. They pushed off all their trash onto me. So it was restaurants that had 5 pieces of refrigeration all plugged into one surge protector, and they're calling True, bitching at True about, damn it. They're calling True, bitching at True about the cords burning up and all this other stuff. And so True is calling me like, oh, you need to go out there and how soon can you get out there fucking with me? And it's not even warranty. It was, it's that they're plugging their stuff, inexperienced restaurant owners just overloading shit. People with commercial units in residential places. And then the thing that really had pissed me off the most is that this is something you got to be careful of. Every single thing I said, the customers were twisting it and calling True back and saying, Oh, this guy said that I shouldn't have this. And I'm like, yeah, you have a 2-door commercial freezer in your laundry room at a home. No ventilation, closing the doors with the dryer on. You shouldn't have it. And True it was just a shit show. It was just a shit show, man. It was, so that's what I'm saying. Be careful, because True is not, and to quote Trump, they're not going to give you their best. They're not going to give you their brightest. They're shoveling all their shit at you on all these calls. So be careful, because you're running out there thinking is this and that, and all you're going to be doing is fighting with these damn people. All you're going to be doing is fighting with these people. And then, oh, the guy said these things need constant maintenance. Yes, I said that. You told our customer they need constant maintenance? Yes, they need constant maintenance. They're commercial units. They need constant maintenance. They're going to be, all you're going to get is calls about how the units are loud. Oh, we recently lost a beverage air job because we weren't authorized to. Okay, that's going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of shit. Okay. You're going to lose a lot of things. I am authorized with over 300 different manufacturers. You're going to lose a lot of freaking calls. A lot. This takes years. Why do you think I've been telling you guys for 3 years, get signed up, get signed up, get signed up? But there's no such thing as, all right, so everybody wants you to be authorized on everything. But it's just going to be, it's going to be a daunting task for a lot of you. You're going to need like a customer that's going to launch you, right? You're going to need a customer that's going to launch you. Right. There's plenty of work out there. You're going to, at the level that you're at, just starting out, you're only going to get one. You might get one out of every 20 calls that might come your way, because you don't know enough. And the reason, right, where people say they don't want you unless you're authorized, because they've been fucked over. They've been fucked over by people that say, oh yeah, I can fix anything. I can fix that. And then they get over there and they're lost. Fun fact, Hvacr doesn't do any training. Hvacr doesn't do any training. And more than likely, if they've had a call on R290, which Hvacr has had R290 units out for, about 5 years. In my market, I get a lot of Hvacr calls because nobody else knows how to work on the Hvacrs. And funny thing, shit, I didn't even submit the last damn claim I had for that. Those people pissed me off so much. Those people piss me off so freaking much. But yeah, in Hvacr, you got to deal with this one woman. They're a little weird. And so it's Hvacr and Victory. Hold on one second. There we go. Damn it, we're trying to get these damn pictures. Trying to get these pictures right, man. Come on. I'm trying to hold on, people. Guess I'm gonna have to do this. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you a beverage. Oh my God. So when you do Hvacr, where's my Hvacr stuff? See, I got 643 results for Hvacr. What's my Hvacr certificate? Everest, Hvacr. What the hell's my? See, a lot of Hvacr, and this should be R290. Yeah. This is a HF1HC1S Hvacr. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Hold on one second. Who was that? That reminds me. Yo, who was that said, Hvacr. Yo, hey, was it one of these? Was it a single door freezer? Was it a chicken joint? I know you're not in the same market with me, but chime in. That beverage air, was it for a chicken restaurant and was it for a single door freezer? If you can remember. And the reason why I'm going to tell you that is because this particular unit, beverage air has this particular unit, people have a really hard time trying to straighten this unit out. And see, here's another one. And all of these, I've taken care of all of these under warranty. They had read too. Where the hell is my beverage air certificate? So this one was a chicken joint. There it is. The pluck. I will tell you guys about pluckers. Yeah, there's a very particular way you got to take care of this unit, and even with this one location, I took care of this one here, and they tried to fix this thing. 6 other companies tried to fix this unit. 6 other companies tried to fix it, and it took me to get that unit straightened out. But I already knew. I had been through the ringer. I actually lost a customer over a beverage air. I actually lost a customer over. Oh, so it was an undercounter. But it is an R290. HC is a hydrocarbon. So it's a 27-inch undercounter unit. Yeah. So more than likely, the thing had a leak. They probably had about 4 or 5 other companies over there gassing it up and doing all that kind of stuff. And they feel like they stand a better chance with someone who is actually authorized. They feel that those people not only do they feel like those people will do right by them, but you got to remember, if you're authorized by that manufacturer, now they know you're going to call tech support. They told them last minute, the company, right, because it's warranty. It's an R290 unit. It has a leak in the evaporator, and they need a new evaporator put on there. It is what it is. And so, yeah, I do a lot of those because a lot of people, I've done one of those. It is a pain in the ass. That whole freaking unit got to be stripped down. Let me see if I got a picture. That's an upright. There we go. So this one is a 36-inch hydrocarbon. There it is. It says R290. Dude, it is a pain in the ass. Trust me, you do not. What would you ask for? SP, it's under counter 27. But these are. You're not going to make. Understand this. You're not going to make money doing commercial warranty. You're not going to make money doing commercial warranty. These are jobs to gain customers. These are jobs to maintain your relationship with your customer. As you see, once you become authorized, then they're going to stick with you. So I get a lot of work with my customers because I'm authorized. I'm trying to see if I got my beverage air. I think my stuff is under Victory. So Victory and Beverage Air is the same company. I don't know where my stuff is. I think it's under Icon. I think it's under maybe it's under logo or image. Nope. Shit. Logo maybe. Damn. Is that it? No, no, no. Where the hell is my? All right. So when you sign up with Victory or Beverage Air, it's interchangeable. It's the same company. Damn, where the hell is it? This is crazy. I can't find my stuff. And is it none of the favorites? No. Anyway, it's Allied Group. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go into I'll go into this. I'll pull up my thing. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Anyway, I'll go over it another time. But Oshizaki here's the example of. Let me see if this goes down. This is result of the tariffs. So what is that? That says May 1st. So they're going up 7%. Hoshizaki is going up 7%. And I get these emails from Hoshizaki, Beverage Air, True. I get these emails every other month that they're going up 7%, 5%, 10%. Because of some increase or another. So this is not unusual. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can show you guys. So that's just one. Oh, so I did a screenshot. I did a screenshot so I could show you that. Refrigeration accessories are going up 3%. And the ice machine, refrigeration products and accessories are going up 3%. And ice machines are going up 6%. So that is May 1st. Orders placed before June, blah, blah, blah. New pricing takes place on or after June. Now, the reason for that is everything shipped after today gets the tariff added to it. So all the surplus that they had, and they have been shipping in components and stuff for the longest. Oh, it's a Scotsman. Ugh. They have been shipping this stuff for the longest. Oh, and somebody was asking, man, I thought that was a toaster. That's an Axis. Oh, got that to do here. Oh, this is just one of the things I wanted to show you guys. This is a commercial hood. This is the hood that these guys put in. There it is at the top of the screen. That is the hood. It is more than what you guys think. It is all this up there. Let me see. I got more pictures of this freaking thing. I got more pictures of this damn hood. Let me see if I can find the video. Oh, there it is. So when they ask you to put in a hood, this is all part of the hood. All right. This is all part of installing a hood. Both that there's the ventilation. So that you have to put that on the outside, and then here's the ductwork going over to the hood. This is not like putting in a residential. So normally what you would see is that ductwork will go up, but they were actually able to put it out to the side. So this was just the other day. And then this is all part of the hood too. So here we go. They were actually putting in the rest of encasing. So they actually covered up all of the rest of the ductwork that they had to do for the hood. So it's not just hanging up a hood like you do at a residence. It's a whole nother shebang. So that's when I kept trying to tell you guys, hey, look, I can't give you the price on just putting up a hood. There's a lot to it. If you want to know how to put up a commercial hood, you need to go ahead and sign up with Hvacr, and some of the other ones. Matter of fact, oh, you know what? I got to give you guys some of the trade. So here it is. Here's the hood before they covered it up. So that's how they mount it to the ceiling. And then there's the ventilation right there running to the outside. And then later on, they had to cover it up. So they sent about 6 guys. And 6 guys hung the hood and then encased the thing. So I was there for the dishwasher. Yeah, there's more of the hood. I was there putting in, not putting in, but doing the startup on a couple of dishwashers. I ended up having to do the hot side as well. So these guys, and fun fact, they messed up something with the install. So now I have to go back and see what the hell they messed up and correct it. So there's the chemicals. I was hired to put in the chemicals and do all that fun stuff. When I first went, they didn't even have the water turned on. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, and it's loud there because there's about 40 people working on the site. Yeah, they did some wild stuff. They had blue packs, and then they eventually finished it up with red near the end of it. And then I had to put in, well, the centerline dishwasher wasn't set up, so I had to wait on those guys to finish that damn thing up. And then basically I had to just, get these all put in and put together. And these things, like I said, this stuff is years in the making. So by the time I actually show up, they had already, 5 years prior, they already had went and got a loan. Then they went and got then they went and bought the land. Then they went and got the architect. Then they went and hired, once they got the architect to draw out the plans, then they went and got the builder. Then the builder had to go over the plans and then, and then approve things and say what they wanted to do and what they didn't want. Then they had to go ahead and pick the materials. And in the materials, they had to go ahead and go to the dealer and purchase all of this stuff. And then the orders had to be put in and the equipment was then made. Anything that arrives before the building, before the structure is complete, the dealer then warehouses. So then I had to go ahead and then do the adjustment on the burners and whatnot, make sure everything was right. And this was last minute. I was not there for the hot side, but because I do hot side as well, they go, oh, throw Mike at it. And then so I had to go ahead and do the fryers and everything. Yeah, it's loud. It's loud in these places. And then just go ahead and make sure everything is, lit. The flame is right, not too high. And I have my equipment to test for pressure and whatnot. This is propane. So the flame is a little different than what you have with natural gas. So when you see that stuff, you're like, oh, when it's propane, it looks like that. This is not natural gas. This is propane. But anyway, so that's those guys all done. Their Dean is fry master. So there I am setting up the detergent and stuff like that. And once again, it's very loud there. I'm at the bar, and the bar isn't even done yet. It ain't even finished. Let me see what you guys got. Oh, I didn't do the install. I was there for the startup. That's some things you got to understand is this is something you got to understand is this stuff. I'm there for the startup because I'm an authorized technician. They had other people do the install. That was worked out between the builder. So the builder said, hey, dealer, we're not going to pay you for the install. We're going to have our plumber do it. And so it's my job then to go and then do the startup and make sure everything reaches temp. The voltage that they got is the correct voltage, all that kind of good stuff. Because they will do some janky stuff. And right now I have to go back to that site, which actually takes me about 2 hours to get there. I got to go back to that site. And so they said they have water somewhere. Now, my job was there to make sure the chemical concentration was right, make sure the unit reaches proper temperature. That the one at the bar is a high temp, so make sure that sucker reaches 185. And the one in the kitchen, where the hot side stuff was, that Hobart, was a low temp. So, and no, that installation was not nice. That was a shitty ass installation, and I have to go back and see what this Gomer. See what the hell he did. I gotta go see what the hell that guy did. I finished up with the combi oven. Here's the combi oven. There it is at 235 degrees. So this is the new module. Remember, I was showing you guys the module on the Thursday show. This is the new wiring. They've increased the gauge on the wires that go to the sensing, and so that's the old wires. So I had to remove all the old wires and install the new one, install the new module, and let's see if it's on here. It's right here. So they put a transformer here because then they boosted the incoming power. Why did they boost the incoming power? The outgoing power that goes to the strikers is because they used to have ignition failures. They used to have ignition failures on these things over the years. And finally, in this 8th generation of ignition modules, they figured out, hey, let's beef this up because it's taking out these modules left and right. I don't care which one they went with. Orange, yellow, red, blue, because this is the teal. It was taking them all out. So this, I had to actually install all of this. So when you hear people talk about how much they don't like rationale and stuff like that, it isn't that they don't work on combi ovens. Oh, they don't work on. No, not only do I work on combi ovens, I actually have to do factory authorized modification to combi ovens. It's that some of us just don't like rationale. Some of us don't like rationale at all. So here we are with the steam and everything. Oh, that's another thing I want to show you. So here we are with steam. The customer, right? The customer was in such, he was so traumatized. This dude was so traumatized because he had, out the box, he had everything hooked up and it literally worked just one time. It literally fired up once and that was it. So then, of course, when I came through and then I did my modification, let me make this bigger. I wish I would have said something. When I did my modification, man, he was in shock. He was in shock. He spent a damn hour. He spent the damn hour looking at the damn thing. And testing everything, asking me all these damn questions about it. And as you see, this was April 2nd, 5 in the evening. What do we have here? We have a McDonald's. And what do we have at this McDonald's? We have a Carpigiani K3. We have a Carpigiani K3 at this McDonald's. And then the McCafe is over there to the left. So this is actually one of the Black McDonald's owners. And he's since redone this place since COVID. He's actually redone this since I've been in Houston. He's actually redone this place 3 times. So he used to have a play area. So since COVID, he got rid of the play area, and now he has a much smaller seating area. And he brought the counter way forward. And because he does not like Taylor, he doesn't have any of the usual stuff, all the stuff that gives you grief. So this is my in. This is my in with this guy, is that the current service provider no one likes. So anybody is going to give you a go ahead if you well, in my market, if you're working on a Carpigiani, because the current company that works on Carpigiani here is villainized. People can't stand them. They put so many food establishments out of business. It's not even funny. So I had a location. This is today. Oh damn! Everything is low. Everything is low. Yeah, I did this startup. So this is one of my locations. They had 2 dishwashers. They didn't even tell me. I was so busy working on this damn updating the training video. I didn't get a chance to get any. Sorry about that. I didn't get a chance to get any of my stuff together. Hold on. All right, we got power. So this is a CMA. I see dishwashers in my freaking sleep, and at their stuff they got a Starbucks. This is not a Starbucks. This is what Starbucks does for these small locations. So this is a high-rise luxury location, and in their little makeshift cafe, Starbucks charges them money. They give them a free machine. Well, they give them a machine so that they can have Starbucks without leaving. There's 2 Scotsman units. Both of them need to be clean. This guy is completely clueless. I got to come back and show him how to work on that. So this is the problem that this unit has, is that you can see the floor. It used to drench. It was drenching the floor. It would just come spilling out. The thing just kept overfilling. So I was already there working on another unit, and I just so happened to I carry all this kind of stuff. So there was 2 different valve kits, one large and one small. So this is the small one for this cafe. And at the other cafe that they got, it took the larger insert. And you can see here, this normally is shiny, and it's not brown. It's normally just regular stainless steel. You can see here with the mesh that it is so much rust in the water, and it just takes the units out. This guy, he gave me some spill about helping him out and all this other stuff. It's like, look, man, I can't train you. Last dude that stood over my shoulder and watched me work on the dishwasher, he caused me thousands of dollars and lost income and fucked up 2-3 machines along the way. Cooler. This is that Jackson to do the detergent. That's those. You got to clean those. So I got to go do that one tomorrow. Find out where this installer fucked up and then correct it. More than likely, it's right where the water line, his line meets the machine. He probably put some janky gasket in there, and it only held for like 2 days and started leaking. So I'm gonna have to redo everything Gomer did. Straighten that shit out. And that's primarily my place in this market, is straightening up behind contractors and straightening up behind other companies. That's my place in this market. That's what makes me relevant in my market. So this is the dreaded center line. This is the one made in Italy. I really don't have much of a problem with this one. This is a 115 volt low temp unit. It's the ones that are dual voltage. They're 220 and 120 together. Those are the ones that I usually end up with some kind of problem with. This one did have pumps installed, but this is the one out of Italy. So this one, which is why Hobart got slammed, this one would incur tariff charges, not the ones made in the United States. Those aren't going to get hit with tariffs. Yeah, I was all the way up there. UV dye. All right, you guys saw some of this. I had to go ahead and lubricate the bearings. I had to grease the bearings on not one, not two, but three Speed Queen 80-pound washers. Why? Because it hadn't been done in years. It's supposed to be done every month, and it hadn't been done in years. So I had to go ahead and get this. I had to pay 3 times the price of what it should have been, but I needed it right then and there. And I actually have enough to last me a couple of months with my other customers. Another CMA high temp. All right, you guys saw some of that stuff. Oh, what the hell else is this? Yeah, so I get this on the ones that need the bearing grease, is that it was saying long drain, and then they end up going to hot, and the sensors come back to the bearing. I mean, from the bearing, saying that the bearing is warmer than it should be, and that's because of all the friction. All right, let me see here. Oh, I got to give some quotes. I'm gonna replace that. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with the old one. This is how much rust I had in this damn unit. This is how much rust they got in their water. And that's the cold. I put CLR on the right. The right is the hot. The left is the cold. That's how much rust their pipes are going to rupture, because they are not the right pipes for water. And this unit, inside one of these units, I left my phone. So I am without a phone. So if you've been calling me, I haven't been answering because I don't have the damn Tesla satellite. And I have no internet until I get to a place that has service. So this is some of the walk-in stuff I was dealing with. That's what was blocking up the lines. So for whoever was saying, they were saying, oh yeah, just go ahead, blow out the line. You can't blow out a line that is frozen. So that doesn't work. It doesn't work. The line is frozen. Can't blow it out. And what was going on here, they had no, the way they piped the drain, they got slugs and stuff climbing up the pipe, going in there and freezing. Drain was just completely blocked up. I got to do some new door closers. These door closers are just, they're done. They're done. So this customer, it's not the door, it's just the door hinge. I've made all the adjustments I can without moving that even further down and making new holes. I'd rather just change the door closer altogether. Yeah, this damn thing. So it's on right now. Only one. They've only got one. They only got one motor left. They only got one motor left. Oh, and just so you know, this is how the Rationale servicer leaves units in my market. That's how they leave units in my market. They leave them like that and go on about their business. Just so you know, this is $3,000 worth of filters. These 2 filters right there is $3,000. And the machine doesn't work without them. Just so you know, the Machine don't work without them. So they were just there. So fun times. Invictus, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, man? What's happening? So that's your precious rationale. So I cannot rationale won't even sell me these filters. So when I have a customer that their filters are down, I can't sell it to them. Only thing I can do is remove their filtration and then provide them with a different filter. So I told the customer to call back the rationale service provider for their area and tell them that the guy left the panels off. He need to come back. So they didn't even want to call them. They were scared they were going to get a bill. And they asked me 6 damn times would I work on it. And I said, no, I'm not going to work on it. No. So, and then once I made the adjustments to the door, then it closes just fine. So I always take these videos just so you could. Oh, it was closing just fine before you got there. Yeah, right. Well, why'd you charge us so much money? There was nothing even wrong with it. So I take videos to show, hey, look, this is how the door was closing beforehand. This was the max that they were getting, and all their doors were half-ass closing. All their doors were half-ass closing. Yeah, they had issues there. Oh, it's another one that the door blew out. This is Duker's. This cannot be fixed. Even though the toaster guy came out and tried to fix it. Well, he used to be with a toaster. Well, they have no... Look, man, I am the one that people call to straighten this stuff out. So people call me to straighten this out. BMW. I don't know what that means. Okay. Can I come up to query you on an evaporator install? Sure. Let's see what you got. Sorry, I'm in the dark. I lost my other light. I don't have all my stuff. I don't have all my stuff. I was in too much of tunnel vision trying to update the training video. Fun fact, there are a lot of new training classes at your local Hvacr and at your local URI that will help you with compressors, like compressor teardowns and all that kind of stuff. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. While we're waiting on Invictus to show up. Oh, yeah. I know who that is. So yeah, Invictus, if you try to call me, my phone is trapped inside of an 80-pound Speed Queen washer. It's a shell game using 3 of them. I don't know which 3 it's in. I spent 6 hours tearing those damn washers apart looking for my phone. And because it's in a high-rise hotel, because it's in yo, what's going on? Yo, man. Yeah, because my phone is in a high-rise hotel, it won't get a signal to play music or any of that stuff. And I can't use my tablet. It won't tell me where it is. It just says it's there in the hotel. I know it's in the hotel. I don't know which one of the washers it's in, and I stripped them down, and I still can't find it. But what's happening, brother? You said you got a query.
Money Mike, how you doing, my man?
Right there, man. I need that. What's that brother from Saturday Night Live? He said, "What's your query?" Robbins. What's his name? Robbins, right? The ladies' man.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't call his name.
What's your query? I think it's Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins, yeah.
What's your query?
Hvacr, MAJ, midsize, the one I've been the hotel. Was just left about 30 minutes ago. Okay. Still working on getting it installed. First time installing. first seal system here. So
I seem to recall something was said to you about that. I don't know if I don't know if you remember that. I don't know. I did tell you it was going to be a little more challenging than what you thought.
yeah, nothing ventured,
No?
nothing gained.
Yeah, well, yeah. The whole name of this business is to make money. You
Yeah.
can work on stuff you've never worked on every day until you leave this earth. Straight up. There's always going to be something new. So the name of the game is try to be profitable. But
Yeah.
what's going on? What's happening?
Well, the good news, they already paid me in advance for it, so I'm playing with house money.
Yeah, but you owe them a service.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working
So
on it.
what's the word? What's going on?
Trying to put the try to remove the old one. I don't have acetylene tanks. I had a propane. Now a MAP Pro.
You got MAP. Okay. You can still do it with MAP.
Didn't come off. And
wait. Hold on. Before you go any further, have you done any other units with a MAP torch?
no. Except
you got the wrong torch. You got the wrong torch. Hold on a second. You got the wrong torch. There is only one. The rest of those ones that you see on Amazon and eBay, they do not work. There is only one that works. The rest
is from Home Depot.
No. Did you look at the temperature rating at the one from Home Depot? There is nothing at Home Depot that will help you with a seal system. Nothing. So, all right, that is only good for warming up evaporators that are frozen up on walk-ins, like the copper drain that you saw, warming that up. That you'll never get hot enough. I did this when you were overseas. I was covering this. When you were living in the Middle East, I was covering this. But you never did look at it, did you?
No.
This is I specifically remember I was covering this at least 3 or 4 months before you popped into my chat. Or you popped in my chat because I thought you were Middle Eastern. Or you popped into my chat. I was just talking about this, and I specifically told you guys that none of that stuff, and you're not the only one. One of the other brothers that is on, he has his own YouTube channel. He tried, and he did the work, and he called me. He said, man, I got that thing red hot. I said, brother, red hot doesn't mean anything. You're not reaching the temperature. And so let me ask you another question, brother. Where did you get the brazen rods from?
Brazen. Now, this is just removal. This isn't even. I haven't started brazing yet.
Wait. So what was your game plan here?
Just to remove it and then try to just to install it with the solder, with that silver solder.
That's what I was asking you. So
yeah. So my bad. So
where did you get the silver solder from?
Home Depot.
No. That will not do. That will not do, bro. That will not do. I would. Yeah, I wish I could do it. Hold on. Damn. I wish I could, but my phone, the computer was dying, and I had to take the cord from my sound bite. Oh no, sir. So this is something that you cannot. All right. So first of all, that solder is for plumbing. It is not for HVAC. It will not hold up to the temperatures. HVAC, our temperatures go colder than water freezes, right?
Okay.
That solder is only for water. Our stuff gets negative 32 degrees. water freezes at 0. Actually, freezes below. It freezes at 0. So they don't have to worry about anything much more than that. You need to go to HVAC Supply. Do you have, well, you already took their money, so I'm not even going to show you this. What you have is inadequate for what you're trying to do. What is your what's your zip code?
71203. There's a Hvacr here.
Ah. So Hvacr has damn, where the hell's a Hvacr?
West Monroe. 71219. Try that one.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, you got a Colburn's.
Okay.
Oh, that's plumbing supply though. I don't know if they have it. And let me see if they have no, I don't see any. All right. So let me show you. Hvacr does have this. It's called oh, I forgot. It's the mini. It's a mini torch set. It's Ambro. Now I thought you said you knew how to do seal system.
Well, I'm certified in it, but you know,
No, brother, how can you have a decent conversation if you don't tell the people exactly what's going on? You're talking with me, I'm talking with you, and you're giving me misleading information. I'm not your customer. I don't even know who you are. So I can't give you the information that you need without this. So did you buy the paste? How did you ordered the paste?
Yeah, I've got some stuff I got off Amazon for the heating.
Heat, right? Because you introduced a lot of heat in there. You introduced a lot of heat. So you have a couple of options. Now you can get a acetylene set.
Let me back up. Hold on, Mike. Let me back up. I already used a pipe cutter to cut the Hvacr out.
Okay. Okay. So Dre Dat got a good point, but here's the thing: he is trying to put in an evaporator into a Hoshizaki. So the problem he's got is he's got all that plastic everywhere. And then when you're using that turbo torch, because I use like a turbo torch, when he's using that turbo torch, he's blasting all that heat towards the plastic heat, the plastic in the front, and then you got the walls in the side. And every time somebody uses a turbo torch, they're like burning the side wall of the damn unit. So so what Dre Dat said is you got turbo torch you can get, and you can get that at Hvacr. You can get this Ambro set at Hvacr, because the funny thing is they're all costing you the same. This Ambro kit is like $500, and it doesn't even come with the tanks, but it does use MAP gas. Turbo Torch has a kit that uses MAP gas. And so what you want to use is the smallest tip Turbo Torch. And see, Turbo Torch, see, here it is, 3, 5. This says eBay. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Amazon 169. I guess these are knockoffs. So that's not bad, but once again, you see it doesn't come with anything. So you're gonna have to get the tank and everything else. When you buy it from like Ferguson, see, it's $347. It comes with the the holder and everything else like that. And these you should be. Hold on a second. Turbo Torch, map gas. Yeah. So Turbo Torch does use map. Let me talk to the guy. Yeah. Yes. So that's what he bought. He bought the heat gel. So Invictus, did you buy the gel and the spray?
I brought the spray.
What about the gel?
Couldn't find. I didn't get the gel.
You didn't get the gel. Okay. So see, Dre, that right. And I'm trying to lead him down the right path. I told him to get the spray and the gel, right? Because the spray is going to get everywhere. It's going to get in all those cracks and crevices. And when you really want to layer it on, you can put the gel on there. Now, you can get it. So it does use the A3 tank. Oh, you're talking about the A3 tip. The Turbo Torch A3 tip, so it doesn't spread all over the place. Yeah, man, it just starts. Woo! You start getting in there with all this. Oh yeah, so Trademaster. So this is the accessory kit, which is damn. So if you want that, there it is right there. 2, 5, 8. Where the hell's the 3? They just skipped the damn 3. Just skipped the damn 3. Did he say 32 or just? Yeah, he said 3. I messed around and put in 32. A3. So these are your choices. These are your choices on the screen. So you're gonna have to get the Turbo Torch kit if you want to go that route. You get the Turbo Torch, then you get, like he said, get a 3 tip, which is going to give you a smaller tip so you don't melt all that stuff, because you're introducing heat around all that, because it's not just plastic, it is a soybean based plastic that they use, which is like a biodegradable type of deal. So you got that. So you can get the Turbo Torch, you can get. And all of that is at Hvacr. And in Hvacr has the Ambro torch set. That's already going to be a very small tip. It is specifically for this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and buy that from Zoomy. Because this is actually from Hvacr. It like, see, they say $679. From Hvacr, it's like $550. And Ambro has it for $336. And you could use, when you run out, you could use your regular map gas. The oxygen tank, you're going to have to order it. You're going to have to order the oxygen tanks because Hvacr does run out. They might only have like 1 or 2. They might only have 1 or 2. And you can always call Ambro.
And it has to be their oxygen tank.
You can talk to them about it, because the oxygen tank, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it matters, because you're going to buy an oxygen tank and it's not going to fit in there. It's not going to fit.
Okay.
The threading isn't going to work. I think it has a much smaller, see how they say oxygen cylinder. This is Hvacr. Oxygen cylinder sold separately. The good thing about their stuff is the oxygen tanks last quite a while, and they're actually releasing a much larger oxygen tank. You are not going to run through all the other guys that have this set. So they've been able to do remote ice machines and walk-ins and all that kind of stuff with the set here. They said they've been able to do about like 4 different systems before they run out of oxygen. So these are things you need to consider. So you can go to Hvacr, get this. You can order it and get it. You can go with everybody. Everybody has Turbo Torch. Everybody sells Turbo Torch, because you need And this is you should have learned this when you need to get your money back from the people. Temp needed to braise. So you need to get up to 5,400 degrees. And what you got isn't going to get you up to 5,400 degrees. If you would have just looked at, and it's right there on the stuff that you bought at Home Depot, it doesn't get anywhere near that. It doesn't get anywhere near that. You can't use that stuff that you got there. You're going to have to get some brazing rods from Hvacr, or you can go ahead and get some brazing rods online.
Actually, I do have some brazing rods I got from Amazon. I have to.
How many?
Know.
How many?
It's a small tube.
But how many do you have?
It's got to be maybe 15 of them in 10, 15 of them in there.
Yeah, then you're good then. Because the tube doesn't tell me anything. I don't know if you've been using out the tube.
No, I've never used it.
Well, I don't know that, brother.
Yeah,
I only know what you tell me. And so when you give me vague stuff like, yeah, I've had the training, I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that, brother. So specifics are what matter. Remember, I'm not the customer. I'm not here. Even if, think of it this way, even if I am judging you, what difference does it make? You got to get the information. The information is key. And so, right, like Brother Frank said, you're going to get your money back. You're going to get your money back. It's just one of those things. It's the necessary tool for the damn trade. So I myself use Viper wet rag. Yeah, it's fact. Yeah, you got to get the information. You got to get the information. Damn everything else. You got to swallow your pride. It just pony up, fess up, say what's going on, and take your lumps like a man. You just got to take it, brother. Just it is what it is. It is what it is. Just get the information so you can be profitable. Here is wet rag. And now there are two people that make heat block paste. Well, wet rag. Blah, blah, blah. And it is always listening to me. All right, so this is one. Now, you do need to add water to this. It will dry out. And be careful because sometimes these bastards will charge you. See how it says $25? Sometimes, like you or I tried to charge me $60 for a damn container of freaking wet rag. So
can I get this from Hvacr?
Yeah. Everybody sells. Now they're going to be under different names. So Viper's product is called wet rag, and so this is reusable. The spray, and you can use this. You can use this all at the same time. The method that I and everybody else is trying to tell you is spray everywhere. Spray everywhere with the heat absorbing spray.
All right.
And then on all your sensitive stuff, like directly behind the lines that you're going to actually add heat to, anywhere that the flame is actually going to be coming in contact with, that's where you're going to want to put this heat blocking paste. Well, it's not paste. I'm sorry. It is. Damn, I actually have two of these because I will go through them. I go through them. But you're supposed to add more water to the container, and it will revive this stuff. Let me not call it wet rag. Heat blocking putty. So there you go. Oh, there's a couple new entries. There's a couple new entries into the market now. Look at that. So Rector Seal is a big name out there. See how they want $52 for it. Wet rag, I believe, is the original product that came up with this. Then you got Goss, reusable. See, all of these are reusable. All of these are reusable, and they say it. So forget about this one because it says it says heat sink. Okay, so you're fine with that. And this is actually a brand name. That's a brand name. RectorSeal is a brand name. The originator of this product is actually the upstart. Hvacr is actually the refrigeration technology is actually the upstart in the market. Gauss, they've been around for a long time. You could use any one of these. You constantly re-wet the product until it is no longer usable. What I tend to do is I'll take my old socks, old denim, old cloth, and I will wet that as well. And when my stuff is like crumbling, this is not going to make sense to you now. It'll make sense to you later. I will put it around what I'm using and then wrap a wet rag around my wet rag. I wrap the stuff when it's crumbling. I wrap it around there because it still works. It just doesn't have that gripping. It won't grip anymore, and it'll all be crumbly, but it still dissipates the heat. So I hold it all together with like an old sock that's soaking wet, and I wrap it, or I'll take a strip of denim that's wet, and I'll wrap it around the crumbled stuff and tie it together, and it will prevent that heat transfer. So matter of fact, hold on, let me show you that. Right, hey, see this guy, I don't have my soundbite. He gets it, right? Been there, done that. Once that plastic melts, it is game over. Brother, that is why I am spending this much time on this. That is how important it is. That is how important this whole thing is. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and show you a quick video. So you can get a quick, HVAC Nights was on. So you can get a quick idea. And it's not a long video. You're talking about seconds. Let's see here. It was a good one. Yeah, why the hell not? Yeah, this is their video anyway. Yeah, you know what? You can get the shield. Any one of the shields will work. I'll show you what the shield looks like too. So this is how that stuff works when it's new. When it's new and it's pliable, it will slowly lose its ability to do that. But just because it crumbles and falls apart doesn't mean it's no good. Like I said before, I will use an old sock that has holes in it, and I will make sure it's clean, and I'll make sure it's wet, and I will wrap that sucker on there. I'll wrap that sucker around there, soaking wet. It'll do the trick. So here's the video right here. So this is the spray gel I was telling you to get. So it's good, but you're still going to have some transfer of heat. And it will, you see how it's dripping? It'll actually just dry up and turn into white powder. So yeah, the longer that stuff is on there, and then the torches you're talking about using, you're going to spend more time on there than you do with an oxyacetylene. Now this is what I want you to notice. So take a look at that certificate there. This is what's going to save the day. Because like they're showing in the video, you're going to have to constantly reapply the spray gel. You're going to constantly have to reapply that. You've seen the flame, like he said, you've seen these flame pads, right?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay. So yeah, you got a big one or a small one?
Small one.
Okay, good. So you can jam that small one up there. You can wet that. You can wet that flame retardant. You got the black one or you got the
black?
Okay,
black.
The black one. Oh, so you bought that from Home Depot?
Yeah.
That one does not hold up to the heat. That one will burn. You must make sure that one stays wet. You could also spray that with that spray that I told you to buy.
Okay.
Spray that spray on the heat shield because the black one is going to burn. It is not rated to the temperature that the off-white one is. Let me show you what I use. Don't get me wrong, I'll use the black one, but the black one will burn. So this is, but I don't think you got the refrigeration technology one. You got the one from, you got this one. You got this one. And like they said, it's up to 1,800 degrees, but you're going up towards 5,000 degrees.
With the Umbro.
You're going up. Well, it doesn't, but period. That is the temperature that you need to melt the solder. That is what temperature you need to bond the two metals together. You're not, as you found out, you weren't anywhere near that. And now you said you cut the lines?
Yeah, I just use a pipe cutter to cut it off, cut the old one out. So it's sitting in there now until I come back tomorrow. I didn't want to.
But you have the system open.
Well, I closed. Yeah. Well, I closed it. I'm at the pipes on. So,
but did you get a new dryer?
Yeah, I've got a new dryer. I haven't put the dryer in yet because, like,
dryer. Okay, so it's sitting now. What now? You say you clamped them closed, or how did you close them?
Just kind of fixed it there.
They're not closed. Okay, so when you cut them closer.
Where the flare is.
But which side of the flare?
I got pictures, but you don't have your phone.
Well, which side of the flare? Which side of the flare? Was it closer towards the bad plate, or was it closer towards the compressor?
I think towards the bad plate. I can't remember.
Oh, good. Okay, so you're still going to have to take that off. You're still going to have to braze that off.
Okay.
Right, so you still have to take that off, and then you're going to have to braze in the new one. So let me show you this. Hold on. So this is the wet rack. Dude, I mean, this is the heat shield that, see how they said this one withstands up to 2,500 degrees. Notice how the other one was 1,000 something. So they look the same, but they're different. The one that you buy at Home Depot for, I think it was like $15 or something like that, or $20.
Yeah.
It looks like this, but it will burn. It will burn. For what we're doing, it will burn. This one is a little better. Then you have some other brands. And they're going to sell them. They're going to sell them at Hvacr. I can't think. There it is. Solderweld has one, but where's the other one? Uniweld. Okay, so Uniweld. This is funny because this damn thing looks white. My Uniweld was looks like the Solderweld one, where it's like beige. But these are the ones. Let me see if I can go into it. These are the ones that hold up to much higher temperatures. See? The flame barrier will keep its structural integrity up to 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit with a melting temperature of 3,200 Fahrenheit, not 1,500 degrees. And I'm going to give it to 500. I don't even remember if it went up to 1,500. So you need to braze at a much higher temperature. See, there's all the different ones. There's the Hvacr. I don't know who the hell this is. Solderweld, lots of different ones. And the reason why I'm covering this, and the reason why everybody else is chiming in, because I'll get people to chime in that never chime in. Thank you all for chiming in, by the way. Because like this brother said, hey man, once that plastic melts, game over. And just for a simple heat blocking gel spray of a couple bucks that you're liberally spraying everywhere, and then you're gonna pony up to $25 for the paste. I mean, for the Hvacr putty. And then you can still use your shield, but chances are your shield is gonna be one and done after you do this. It's gonna be one and done. And when you buy the other ones, you'll be able to use them for a couple of years. But this one is going to disintegrate. It's going to turn into black smoke in that hotel, unfortunately. So that's another thing you want to be careful of. So you're going to make sure you have some
ventilation.
But some bottles. I'm kind of weird like this. Like if I see a bottle and I haven't finished it, I'm not going to drink it. Well, what I will do is when I'm doing a seal system, I'll use that leftover water to wet up the heat paste, to wet up the the towels and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I use my old bottles of water that aren't fully finished. So make sure you got some water, because you're going to want to keep this stuff wet. The wetter you keep that heat shield, the less chances that you're going to have of that thing smoking, because the one from Home Depot that you got is going to smoke. 1,000% it is going to smoke.
It did.
Oh, shit. There you go. See, bro, why you let me out? Why you let me out here like that? Why you got me out here like this, man? You could have said something earlier, brother. You could have said something earlier. I don't know why y'all do this to me. You know, I used to think it was my wife and daughter giving me all these damn gray hairs, but I think it's some of y'all. I really do. I really do think it's some of y'all. So, brother, when you go to Hvacr, like I said before, unfortunately, the money that you got for doing this is all going to be going into investments. You're really not going to be he tried, and you know what I'm saying, but not only did he try, he's going to be successful. It's just that the whole purpose of me being here is to prevent you guys from going through this bullshit. That's the only reason why I come up here. See, you tell me anywhere else that you're gonna go where somebody is having this conversation for you. Just one place. You tell me one place. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to find out. So, like I said, I've dedicated this time to giving this energy to you guys and helping you. Some of you guys want to bump your own head, but now that y'all done that, wasted some money. Here, go ahead and you have options. I'm not telling you which one of the four to buy, but buy one of the four. I'm not telling you buy the Ambro kit or the Turbo Torch or regular oxygen acetylene. That's what I want to say. But you're going to need one of the four. You're going to need one of the four. And you can go to Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight carries that?
Not the mini torch.
Well, Home Depot they do. They have the acetylene. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, Harbor Freight carries. Excuse me. Harbor Freight carries an oxyacetylene torch kit.
Okay, good. They have
not just them, but oh God, what is their name? Their name is what is the country store? What is the country store that sells stuff for farm animals and stuff like that too?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen them. I can't call them.
Northern Tool sells it too. So Harbor Freight, Northern Tool, Northern Tool and normally the internet is listening to me and it'll chime in and give me something. I don't know why they ain't doing it today. So their brand is called Clutch. So this is all Northern Tool stuff. So whatever your flavor is, if you want Northern Tool, if you want Harbor Freight, if you want Tractor Supply,
Yeah, that's it. Tractor Supply. That's the name of it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, Granger. I'm pretty sure you can go to Granger and get this as well. And then the automotive stores. Then the automotive stores carry it as well. Where the hell is it from Tractor Supply? Tractor Supply has it. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Yeah. So they got their own, the Forney.
Hey, does Hvacr take back refrigerant?
Ooh, I have no idea. I've never heard of anybody even doing that, to be honest with you. So I have no idea.
What do you do with your refrigerant when you finish your tanks?
Oh yeah, you take those back. Yeah, the empty tank.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Well, I mean, I've got some for I'm looking for a place to take it here.
Yeah, you can take it back as long as it's not Tractor Supply. Yeah, as long as it's not mixed.
No, I know better than that.
Right. No, yeah, as long as it's not mixed, they'll take it. Hell yeah, they'll take it.
But Hvacr take it?
Yeah, Hvacr. Well, I normally deal
because they sell it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. See, I only buy refrigerant from Johnstone. When I buy locally, I buy from Johnstone. I don't know if you got Johnstone in your area.
I don't think so. We're kind of smart. Well, you know.
Yeah, I know, but still.
I would definitely. I think I may have. That sounds familiar. Johnstone sounds very familiar.
Johnstone
I may have seen it
all over. Because I use Johnstone because I used Johnstone growing up in Chicago, and
they sound familiar. They might be here, but I mean, I'll find a place. How much do they charge?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll find out.
No idea. I have no idea because these old canisters are man, everybody take them. As long as you take out the relief valve, you can go ahead and scrap it. Hold on, what is it? Napa oxyacetylene torch. Because I want to say, I see Lowe's has it, but I wonder if Lowe's even got it. Oh, okay, so yeah, because you can get it. Almost everybody sells an oxyacetylene kit because you can put on the cutting torch. So you can get them from a lot of places, but they just say that they don't have it in the store.
Yeah.
The store might be different, but a lot of places sell it. So you have your choices. You can go. You still got to go ahead and get. Those tanks are empty. When you go to Harbor Freight and all that stuff, those tanks are empty. There's no gas in them.
Okay.
And the problem that some guys have is that when they take it to Air Gas won't take those tanks because they're from China. And they say, no. So you would check with whoever you're going to get your tanks from and ask them, will they take the tanks from Harbor Freight or Northern Tool or whatever? Because some of them won't take the tanks. That was a thing. I don't know if you guys could chime in and let me know if that's still a thing where Air Gas won't take the tanks from Harbor Freight. Let me see here. So yeah, I guess they appreciate that one. But yeah, this is the Ambro. So you, like I said, you have your choice. The Ambro, if you order it online, I showed you, it's going to be cheaper. Where was that? Zoom. I've ordered from that Zoomy company They are legitimate. They are real. They sent me my stuff. I had no funny business with them. But if you buy it, see, there's Zoomy. There's Zoomy. If you buy it from Hvacr, it's going to be $550, and it doesn't come with the tanks. It does not come with the tanks. You still gotta buy the tank. What's the name? Has the tank? Hvacr does have the tanks, but that tip is already going to be ready for you. It's going to be ready, set to go. See, these guys want 414. They want 414. So it's completely up to you what you want to do, man. I see. I'm gonna move on from that. See, Goodman has the cheapest gas. Okay. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you chiming in.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So now what else? What else? So we told you how to protect the equipment, and then you got some brazen rods. Right. The oxygen and acetylene. Right. Oxygen and acetylene. Yes. So
do I need to buy those tips in addition to the Ambro, or the Ambro?
no, it comes with tips. It comes with everything but the tanks.
Okay, so I'll need to buy the turbo in addition to.
No. Turbo Torch is a different setup altogether. That's why I'm showing these different ones, because this is still up to you what you decide to do. If you go with Ambro, everything's going to come with that, but you can go with Turbo Torch. And if you go to Hvacr, they will all, they should all be there. They should all, Ambro has been on Hvacr about making sure, because Ambro is supposed to be at URI and Hvacr. But they had a promotion. I put it on my Instagram where they were giving you, when you buy it from Hvacr or URI, they gave you a tote. They gave you a carrying bag and the tanks or something like that for like $550. I don't know what they're doing. So do you have any idea of what you're leaning towards?
Well, I was looking at the Harbor Freight one, but they're out of nowhere in none of the stores in my area, or even in Mississippi. Nobody has. It's unavailable.
Okay. Well, like I said, you still got Northern Tool and Tractor.
I was trying to get it in. So this is going to delay the job here because I'm going to have to probably order it online, looks like.
Well, if you can order it on Amazon.
Northern Tractor. That means it'll be 3 days before it gets here.
Oh, you don't have Amazon Prime?
I do, but here it takes 2 days where I am. The wonders of a small town. Because we don't have a distribution center nearby, I'm assuming that's why it takes 2 days, even with Prime.
Yeah, so you can get it. Yeah, it is. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry about that. Yeah, you get. This is Amazon, so you can go ahead and order on Amazon. I'm pretty sure Hvacr got a set too. Have you ever ordered from Hvacr?
I've gotten Hvacr stuff before, yeah, so I'm familiar with them.
So you can order directly from Hvacr. Have you seen how soon they can get it to you?
No, I haven't ordered directly from them before, so this might be one of those opportunities. Who was that?
You don't have a Northern Tool?
I'm sure we do. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure I've seen them.
See, for me, they say they're out of stock.
So they out of stock here. If you out of stock.
See, there's one in East Houston, two over there Southwest. See, I got like 20. I got 20 Northern Tools, 2 Northwest Freeway, 2. But they were saying closest to me, that store didn't have any, but I'd have to drive 11 miles, and then they have one. 24 miles, they have one. These other stores, they have them.
No Northern Tools within 100 miles of me.
Oh, wow. All right. And then Granger. But I'm pretty sure Granger's an arm and a leg.
Home Depot has the kit.
Yeah, you know what Home Depot does? They said Home Depot and Lowe's has it.
Yeah.
So you can get it from home. It's from Home Depot. It should be a Hobart, right?
Let me see. I forgot what it was. $420.
I think they carry the Hobart brand. So you can get that one.
Yep, they're in stock. Lincoln Electric.
Lincoln. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can get that one. Oof. Damn.
Yeah.
No. Get the other one. Get the shoot. See what and they said they got it in stock?
Yep. Limited stock.
Damn, that's expensive. Because they got the
Tell me about
knockoff for $234, but it ain't in the store. It ain't in the store. Damn.
It's in stock here.
Nice. Well, that's nice. So yeah, you can go ahead and pick that up and rock and roll with that one. So there you go. There you go, brother. Damn. So so you got that, you got your refrigerant,
Yeah.
you got all that good stuff. And then too, the other thing to you can ask them, yeah, I know. You can ask them to shut down the alarm system. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
Ask them to shut down the alarm system with everything else you've already been through. The last thing you want is for the fire alarm to go off. So it didn't happen this time, but it doesn't cost them anything. Just ask them to shut it down.
Yeah.
They'll call the fire department, and then they will disable it for, tell them you want 3 hours or 4 hours. They'll disable it and let that be that. All right?
Yeah.
Because if you set off the alarm at a hotel and the people have to vacate the hotel, they are going to be pissed with you. They're going to be pissed. And I know guys will say you can take a cup and turn it upside down and put it over the sprinkler system and all that other stuff. But who knows what the hell system they got, and just let them know you're going to be using a torch and you want them to turn off the thing. They'll put it in test mode or something like that they'll do, because just tell them you're going to be working on a system for like a couple of hours, and you don't want the fire alarm going off.
Right.
All right. So that's about as much as I can tell you from there. I don't know if anybody else has something that y'all want to chime in to help the brother out.
No, I appreciate all the intel from everybody.
Oh, no problem. So we told you how not to melt that sucker.
Because I already melted the old one, but that's the old one. So good thing I didn't just jump into the new one.
Oh no, we're not talking about the copper pipes. Oh! You said you melted the old system, the other one that they got rid of.
The old evaporator.
Yeah.
Yes, it stored. So that's why I said, you know what? Let me just call it a night and just sleep on it and talk to you guys before I melt the new one.
Yeah. So if you were calling me, yeah, Brother Frank said you got this. So yeah, if you were calling me, my phone is actually living another life inside.
Well, I knew you guys were online, so that's why I just figured I'd just jump on.
Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays. I haven't been able to come on any additional time. I actually haven't even had time to do anything on Instagram. I normally do my stuff on Instagram. I haven't had time for Instagram either. So, but how's the video? How are these videos working out for you?
You mean talking the ones you have at the end of your show?
Well, yeah.
They're good. They're great.
Okay, good. So this is like I
I
showed.
just haven't had a chance. I've been busy lately, so
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to look.
Right. So I showed you guys. Hey, there's the Carper Johnny. That's the McDonald one. And boom, that's the brother got that at his store. Because I told you guys, it is. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. It is an option, so that people don't have to deal with Taylor. I told you guys before, they're not stuck with Taylor. If they want to go with somebody else, they can go with the K3. So fun fact, I actually gave this McDonald's owner my information. So I really wasn't planning on working with any McDonald's just yet. But I decided to give him my information because I know this guy's usually stressed out. This brother that owns this one, and I think he owns about 4 other McDonald's. He's usually stressed out. The guy I talked to at this location, he told me that the owner was actually at another one. And this used to be a black area. It is now like 99% Hispanic. And when I first moved to Texas, all the employees used to be black. Now, 90% of the employees are Hispanic. Almost all there was one old brother that was working there. He was like 60 years old, but other than that, yeah. So I decided to put these videos on, and when somebody personally asked me to, oh man, when's training for this? When's training? I just send their ass a link to this. I sent them a link to this damn video. But yeah, if you had any question on anything else, I also had. There's more. If you look at the video, there are. Here we go. So here are the training classes on the compressor teardowns and stuff like that. So I put in a couple of those. These are the Renko controller is actually Robert Shaw. I didn't know that until I started watching Robert Shaw interviews. So there's all the stuff. There's a couple on here on teardown. So as soon as those come up, I will be putting those out for you guys. And you saw the Carpigiani. Every single one of the McDonald's has the multiplex beverage system. So if you do want to get in with the McDonald's, if you do the K3, you do the multiplex. That's a good way. Not every McDonald's, but the vast majority of McDonald's also have Frymaster. I know you guys love hearing about freaking McDonald's. So as they make their rounds, I'll let you guys know when they do have a class. Isomatic is in here too. So here's as the people are willing to put the stuff out there, I'll give it to you guys. The true stuff is there. There's the true. I removed last month, so here's the stuff for April. And before I let you guys go, is there anything else you wanted to know, or anything else you wanted me to address in some of these in a future video? Invictus.
I'm good for now. Hey man, appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. I can't say it enough. Thanks to everybody that's listening in the chat as well. I appreciate you guys' input.
Yeah, I'm really glad they're chiming in. So that's nice, because I can't remember everything. So it's really good to chime in. And like he said, hey, if you go with the Turbo Torch, you do want the smaller one. Like he said, theirs is the A3. So it all depends on which system you go. Well, we already know you're going to go with with that Lincoln.
Well, I'm gonna try Hvacr and see what they have, but probably it will be Home Depot.
It will be expensive. Everything at Hvacr is at a premium.
It sure is. I've noticed that. That's why I don't go to them very often.
Right. They're geared towards HVAC, not HVAC.
Big systems.
And so, right. And so everything you do on that end, they're billing the customer, and they're billing the customer big time. So on this side, we're billing them, but we're still not, not that big. Oh, good. and you don't have your, yeah, I'm gonna have a phone by Saturday. It's just so nice not having to answer my wife's phone calls. So my wife actually went over to the Apple store to demand a new phone, and she still didn't get one. She still didn't get one. So I think I'm gonna go. I'm with Comcast, Xfinity. So I'll go to my local Xfinity store and I'll get a replacement phone tomorrow because I do have insurance. So I'll go ahead and pick it up. I can order it on the phone. I can order it online, but it's still a pain in the ass to deal with. Apple is a pain in the ass to deal with. All right. Oh, so you're going to be here for the cancer walk? All right, cool. You can always leave a text message. I still have iPad and stuff like that, so I do get the messages. I do get the messages when I am connected to the internet, and I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and get that damn satellite. I'm gonna get the damn satellite system. But funny enough, Home Depot sells it. Hold on a second. Home Depot got the damn. I need it anyway for my I need the damn thing anyway. Hold on, let me see here. Stop that screen and let me share another one. They have satellite. Hold on. What the hell is the damn thing called? SpaceX or something? Hold on a second. What the hell is that Elon Musk system called? There it is. All right, Starlink. So they actually have Starlink, and it is at my local Home Depot. Yeah, 6 in stock. I can pick up one tomorrow, and then I will be able to use my printer on the go. I'll be able to use my tablet as a phone. Tell my damn phone till I get another phone tomorrow. And I think I'm just gonna have to go ahead and pick that damn thing up tomorrow. It's crazy to say, but that is like my easiest. That is the simplest thing for me to do. And they have 6 in stock at my local store. So I think I do that. So either way, Brother Frank, you'll be able to get a hold of me. You'll be able to get a hold of me by Saturday. So, and with that, I guess I will call it a day. And I'm glad, Brother Victus, I wish you the best on that one. So, hey, what kind of recovery system are you using? What kind of vacuum pump are you using? Are you using one?
Yeah, I've already evacuated the system. So it was what was some kind of off brand I got from Amazon.
Amazon, okay. Yeah, because
Same thing with the vacuum.
I got a 12 CFM off brand. Anyway, I love it though. And then I have
yeah, it took forever to use the vacuum pump. I had a micron gauge, and then I was talking to my wife on the phone and wasn't paying attention, and then it lost all the microns, so I had to start over again. It took another 30 minutes, so it's a learning curve.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to do it again anyway because you got to open the system and braze it in. What? So let me get this straight. All right, so you braze the ends shut, and then
no, I evacuated the system and I pumped it out just to make sure I'd gotten rid of it. Would I do it? No, I did that on my tank, on my recovery tank, before I put the refrigerant in.
Okay, because that was really not, not to tell you how to do it, but yeah, you didn't have to do all that. That was necessary.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to be thorough.
Well, because you're going to open it up to the atmosphere again, and then, I mean, because once you already pulled it down, you don't need to pull it down into a vacuum when you're going to open it up and and do all that. So that's just for
Overkill.
No. That's not overkill. It's just before you go ahead and seal it up. I mean, when you go ahead and seal it up again, before you go ahead and add refrigerant, then you want to go ahead and pull it down.
Right.
That's when you want to pull it down. But all before that, you're losing money doing that. You're losing. I just say that you're losing money. And you got vacuum oil, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Everything is brand new, so yeah.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
Everything I got was brand new, and I put oil in it and so forth.
Every time you use it, you know you're supposed to change that oil.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's why, right? Yeah. Brother Frank said you're working twice. So yeah, you're spending all that time. It's not really helping anything. It's just costing you money doing that. And the cleaner your oil is, the faster it's gonna pull down into a vacuum. So, and it will increase the longevity of your equipment. So it does make a difference. It really does. Now, can you go a whole damn year without changing the oil in your vacuum pump? Yeah. Do you want to? No. Does my father do that shit? Yes. Does my father go have a collection of vacuum pumps? You'll go in the shop and he'll have like 15 vacuum pumps. I'm like, Pop, why you got so many vacuum pumps? Ah, hell, one breaks, I just go ahead and get another one. I get it where the crackheads will come in and sell me a vacuum pump. My father doesn't change vacuum oil. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So we come from a time before 134A. So there was no pulling the vacuum back then. You just release the system out. We used to purge, you know. We used to do all kind of stuff that you don't do anymore, and you really can't do it now with R290. It don't work the same. The diet don't work the same. All right, but I've rambled on long enough. I'll be back on Monday, and if you guys don't have anything else, I guess I will play this video and be done with it. All right, brother. But yeah, if you run into something or you got any questions, don't hesitate. You can send a text message, do Instagram, and I've just been running. Like tomorrow, I gotta go 2 hours each way for the single damn job. 2 hours. So, and then unless I go pick up this satellite, I'm not gonna have no damn internet because I don't have time to go to the store and mess around with them to get another damn phone. But all right. Catch y'all.
All right, take it easy, Mike. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Good talking to you. Best of luck on that.
All right, thanks, bro.
All right, bro. All right, let me restart this video. Let's see here. And I will catch up with you guys on Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time on Monday. Later. Thanks, brother.